Be sure to subscribe for more content. What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to the BigBC Finance Channel, and I hope you're having a very lovely day today. So in today's video, we're going to be talking all about Dogecoin, what has happened to it recently, and where I predict the price to go to in the near future, with some key price levels and some trades I'm looking to make. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. And of course, if you appreciate the daily analysis on this channel and you're one of the 86% of people who do watch my videos who have not yet subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you like this content. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Get the annotations back up from yesterday, and basically we're in a very exciting area for Dogecoin as well. So of course, just to explain the kind of longer term time frame of what has happened to Dogecoin, basically we've been in somewhat of this downtrend here, just basically marked by this yellow line that we've got going down. This has basically been the boss here of the direction of the price. We've seen this peak here on the 1st of November at our high of just under 16 cents, and basically this price has been dictated by this yellow line. We've just been going in this downtrend really, and of course the whole fiasco that happened with FTX blowing up caused Dogecoin to plummet down to a low here of just over 7 cents. Now we've recovered from that quite a bit, and things are looking a little bit more bullish. As you can see here with the cryptos, Bitcoin is back into the 17,000s. Ethereum's holding up extremely well at the 1300 still. If you remember, the low for Ethereum was literally 890-ish, I think, back in June. But Ethereum's holding up very well. Solana's blown up a little bit, but in general, things are recovering and settling down a little bit. And of course, every time the price settles down, we get what looks to be some sort of consolidation. So what I do see here on Dogecoin is the price has bounced up, and we've reached an area where buyers and sellers are kind of happy at the current level of the price. Not too much is happening. We're sitting between 8.5 and 9 cents here on Dogecoin. Volume is going down, so this is quite important for this pattern here. And what this typically means is that we're probably going to see some sort of large move come out of this. Of course, this is the triangle pattern, and this is what I'm seeing right now on Dogecoin. This is one of the things that I'm looking at. Basically, what we could potentially see if we do break out of a triangle like this is a potentially very nice trade. So if we do break out and we do respect this triangle, so say we break out within the next hour or two, the price target is the distance between the first test and support, and that would bring this price up to around 10.4 cents here on Dogecoin, right by this yellow resistance that we have here, this trend line that we need to cross in order for us to be following this new bullish trend. And so what I'm looking for really, if we do break out to the upside, is an increase in volume down here, and I want to see large green candles as the price goes through like this. But at the same time, we can also see a breakdown from the triangle. So if something bad happens in cryptocurrency in general, we could see the price get to the bottom here, this support line of the triangle, and break down below. And of course, that would give us a price target of around 7.1, 7.2 cents on Dogecoin. So that's also a possibility. So it could go in an either bullish or bearish direction here on Dogecoin. Now, if we do go in the bullish direction, that's going to be really nice, because of course we cross over these moving averages once again and we start our next bullish leg up. So what I do expect to happen if we do break to the upside of this triangle, it's not going to be smooth, but we will eventually get to our price target at 10.4 cents. Of course, got this purple trend line that we need to cross first and foremost, and we can probably see some resistance there. So if we do see a breakout of this triangle and it's confirmed, then chances are we'll see slow steps up to this 10.4 cents region, not just one quick like that. So that's just one thing I want to say. If we do see the breakout, do be patient if you are trading it. And of course, secondly, I'm looking for how Dogecoin price reacts to these resistance lines. Of course, if we do see an increase in momentum, if we cross the 100-hour moving average in blue, or this purple trend line in purple, then that would be pretty awesome. It means that the curse of this bearish trend that we have on Dogecoin has been broken, and we can start to see some new, more bullish behavior over the coming days, kind of like this. Of course, we did have that inflation data come through yesterday, and that was extremely bullish as well. That came through lower than expected. So of course, inflation has been a hot topic, and we want to see inflation cool down. And the prediction for it yesterday was at around an 8% inflation rate, down from 8.2 back in September. But for October, we actually saw just 7.7%. So the inflation rate cooled a lot quicker than what was anticipated. And of course, that's really good for stocks and crypto, because of course that means there's a higher chance of the next Fed meeting having a much more dovish stance on the interest rate hikes. So that's been the whole issue this whole time, the steepness of those interest rate hikes damaging the economy and everything. And of course, now the inflation rate has cooled a lot quicker than expected. That could mean that the Fed is going to start a pivot at some point. So there's high hopes for that. And of course, the whole markets are reacting. The stock market is way up. Bitcoin bounced from a low of 15,500 to a high of 18,000 there. And if I just show you the S&P briefly, we can see that we had this bear market rally. It looks like we topped out. You can see we started reversing on the whole stock market in this bearish direction. And as soon as that inflation rate data came out, we gapped a lot higher, and the bear market rally continues in this upwards direction, making new highs here on S&P, not seen since August. So that's really, really cool to see. And of course, with this bullish bias that we have on the stock market, we should be able to feel that in Bitcoin and also altcoins like Dogecoin as well. But of course, much of what Dogecoin does is influenced by what Bitcoin does here. So I'm always going to be monitoring what Bitcoin does. I do believe we're seeing a very similar area of consolidation on Bitcoin that kind of looks like a triangle. And what we could see over the course of the day is prices continue their leg up. So that's a real possibility. If Bitcoin heads into the 18,000s and the 19,000s, we can also see Dogecoin get above that 10 cents barrier here on Dogecoin, which would be pretty awesome. But if Bitcoin headed the other way and started retracing back down to that 16,200 mark, or even into the 15,000s, it's going to make it extremely difficult for Dogecoin to be bullish. It's just going to be a more bearish bias on Dogecoin, and it's going to be much easier for Dogecoin to do this. So we're always monitoring what Bitcoin is doing. Of course, is Bitcoin going to continue plodding higher, or are we going to see some sort of retracement? And that answer is tough to say. Is a bit of a sketchy one. It's a bit of a 50-50 really, in my opinion. Of course, we could say we're still following some sort of downtrend, and I think I would put Bitcoin on this downtrend and a subsequent break of it on the upside in order for me to kind of discredit that theory that we're going to make a new low in 2022. But if we keep being bound by a trend line that looks like this, then the chances are we're going to plummet down to 16,200. We have a strong area of support in this 18,000 region here, set up down to about 17,800. And if we're continuously below that, then it is possible that the price of Bitcoin can continue to head down. And of course, if it does head down below 16,200, in my opinion, then it's going to be hitting 13,400. And of course, for Dogecoin, what that would mean is probably a full retracement of the price back down to around 6 cents. But I'm still fairly bullish on the inflation rate data. I'm still fairly bullish on what Bitcoin is doing. It's got quite a bit of upwards momentum now. People are rushing in to buy Bitcoin up and other altcoins such as Dogecoin as well, as we can see from the fact that we've recovered about 20-30% here from the bottom on Dogecoin. So really both scenarios are possible, and it's always good to keep an eye out on what Bitcoin does, particularly in relation to this trend line going down. But if Bitcoin is bullish, then I'm bullish on Dogecoin as well. But if Bitcoin is bearish and we see Bitcoin plummet, then I'm going to be more bearish than I am bullish on Dogecoin. So that's kind of what I wanted to say in this video. I'm looking at this triangle at the moment with a nice price target at 10.4 cents. But also, we could see a breakdown from that triangle, and that would warrant a price target of around 7.2 cents. So it'd be awesome to see an increase in volume and momentum as this trend line, this purple trend line is broken, this 100-hour moving average in blue, and finally this yellow trend line that we've got on Dogecoin here. If they're all broken and we see extra momentum, that's extremely bullish and have a real shot at making new local highs. So excited to see what Dogecoin does. But that's all I have to say really in this video. Do let me know in the comments down below if you're invested in Dogecoin or not. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.